weekend, one of the best games of the NFL slate was Falcons and Packers. I was at this game, and boy, can I tell you, it was a fun game to be at. Jordan, I'm gonna share my thoughts in a little bit, but I'll go to you first, Jordan, since you're the Falcons fan here.
All right. Can I just start off by saying what a great feeling it is knowing the Falcons are 2-0 and tied for the best record in football? I know it's very early, but it's not often we get to say that in Atlanta. This was a interesting game to say the least. Obviously, you had Jordan Love and the Packers coming off that dismantling of the Bears, right? Their longtime rival, and the questions surrounding Aaron Rodgers. Could Jordan Love, pick up where Aaron Rodgers left off in Green Bay, his legacy, all that. And you had the Falcons who um, defeated Carolina 24-10 in Week 1, and were sort of underdogs at home in Week 2. This was a great game, I thought. The Falcons offense did struggle at times, but they rose up. I know the Falcons saying is rise up. They rose up when it mattered in the fourth quarter and outscored the Packers 13-0 to win the game 25-24. Young Wei Koo hitting the game-winning field goal with 57 seconds left. The defense causing a 4-and-out, actually, because Green Bay went for it on fourth down, to preserve the win. And Falcons are 2-0 heading to Detroit next week. Evan?
Yeah, Evan, I'm gonna go to you now.
Yeah, so the Falcons are a fun team. That was a well-deserved win. I think the Falcons were clutch and the Packers were not. And that's what led to this. The Falcons, I said, they're in a weaker division and they're in the NFC South. You got Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans are kind of all middling teams along with the Falcons. But I think this is evidence that the Falcons made the right decision to get rid of Matt Ryan and start new with Desmond Ritter. Now, we'll see if Ritter is the quarterback, but Ritter, Robinson, they got the Arthur Smith, who was Titans offensive coordinator, who I miss so much. He's a great manager of the game. That's why they won. They were the more clutch team. Those fourth downs were huge. They had a 4th and 4, I believe, Jake, in the fourth quarter, and then another 4th and 1, just to possibly get some more time off the clock. That's ballsy. That is really ballsy. You could just kick the field goal right there. And yeah, so the Falcons they're no world beaters. Desmond Ritter for sure isn't a world beater yet, but he's doing his part, and let's see how he progresses. I think with the Packers, though, their seasons, they still got a long season to go. They had a good Week 1 win at the Bears, and then they struggled a little bit here. And Jordan Love, he kind of looked a little bit like Alex Smith. I don't know if you guys remember Alex Smith in those Chiefs days. What is he? The game manager. So yeah, he has 3 touchdowns. He had 3 touchdowns last week, 3 touchdowns this week. 150 yards, that's not that much. And then when they needed him most, he couldn't get a single yard. Now, you could also blame that on coaching. You could blame that on Adam Stenavich, of course, the offensive coordinator for the Packers. Maybe too much of long passing game. But the fact is, Jordan Love was quarterback. Aaron Rodgers made a living on those game-winning drives. Jordan Love couldn't get 1 yard. So he's got some work to do. For sure has some work to do. I think there's positives for both teams, but yeah, great win for the Falcons.
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna say on this game is go home, cheeseheads. Now this was
Wait,
really
I
a
was
fun
going to
game.
ask you about that. How were Packer fans? Yeah, because they travel a lot. Tell me a little bit about that. Yeah.
My section, the section I was sitting at was filled with Packers fans. So when they got the passing interference call on the first play of the game, it got so loud in my section. It got so loud.
Classy though, or no? Like loud and just you're competing against them, or loud and wow, these guys are trashy. What did you feel about the
Oh
Packers?
no, they were classy. Some Packers fans shook my hand after the game. They were really classy.
That's
So
Wisconsin
stay
for you.
classy, Packers fans.
Shout
And
out Packer
no, this
fans.
was just a fun game to be at. Desmond Ridder, made a huge throw in the third quarter to Matt Carlin to set up an eventual Desmond Ridder 9-yard touchdown run. Um, his first touchdown pass was to Drake London. So yeah, this was just a fun game to be at. I think then the Falcons are 2-0, Packers are 1-1. Um, yeah, this was a fun game to be at. And Jordan Love still had a good game. I think going for 247. Um, and a couple touchdown passes. He hit the rookie on his first touchdown pass, I believe. And yeah, wow. Falcons are
So
2-0 heading into next week.
So the thing with the Falcons is obviously they've been down for so long, right? Since blowing that Super Bowl lead, they haven't made it past the NFC divisional round. And actually, fun fact: the Falcons have never hosted a playoff game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium since it was built in 2017.
Really, yeah.
Well, that
Because they
changed
played
this year.
they played at the Rams their first year there, right? But
Well, so the Falcons made the playoffs the first year Mercedes-Benz Stadium was built, but they were road games at the Rams and then at the Eagles. So the Falcons have never hosted a playoff game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
yeah, this is as good of a year as you're going to see. You got the Saints with Derek Carr. That sounds 500 if I've ever seen it. And then you have the Panthers. Bryce Young is good, but they need some work, especially on the roster. They don't have a deep roster. And then Tampa Bay is playing well so far. They're 2-0. But, you know, Baker Mayfield, all that. A lot of veteran players there, but how long will that last? This is as good a shot as any as they've had to host a playoff game. We'll see if they do.